are back.
But we don't stop. If your pad was full of screams, I guess you're swimming, don't walk. I'm all alone out there, I know I'm on the phone, I feel stuck. Going ghost, I don't exist from me to road, I feel love. Girl, I high, bye, but we don't stop. If your pad was full of screams, I guess you're swimming, don't walk. I'm all alone out there, I know I'm on the phone, I feel stuck. Going ghost, I don't exist from me to road, I feel love. Wish I was famous and pretty.
Welcome back, everybody. I tried to do it earlier, but the camera wasn't running. So now we get a take two at the intro. Hooray. So welcome back. First of all, I know it's been a long time. How long? There it is. Look at that. Look at that. You see that? I didn't look up the time beforehand, but that's a long time. And I apologize. My life has gotten real busy, but we're going to get into that. But first of all, let's get the pleasantries out of the way. Let's hit them. Like, comment, subscribe, bells, whatever platform you're watching this on. Hit any button you can to support me so I can keep doing this. And then I was thinking it's probably time that most of my content that I make on here is like focused, like I did like albums and stuff like that, like has a narrative it wants to tell. But it's been a long time since I've just talked about things that are on my mind, and I think I want to get back to that. I might go back to more scripted things, but we'll get back to that. But anyway, let's keep it rolling. I just want to make it clear, I got these notes right here, and I have notes on my phone. So if it looks like I'm just on my phone, I'm actually not. I'm just looking at my notes. So I apologize if it looks like that. I don't know why I'm talking to y'all like y'all are my teacher. You're not. But let's go ahead and get into it. So so this is going to be more of a freelance. We're just going to talk about some things that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. And that just shows how long it's been, because I haven't watched some of these things on this list for this podcast today in like probably a year. But we're going to touch on the things that I want to touch on, and then we're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep it grooving. But y'all doing all right? Y'all doing good? How's everybody feeling? If there's a comment section, tell me how y'all feeling. I hope y'all doing all right. But we got a couple things. Well, we have a lot on the docket today, and I finally got because I've got about a year's worth of things I want to talk about that we may split it up, but who knows? I'm gonna give it to y'all right now. So let's go ahead and jump in. Let's stop procrastinating. So what do I want to talk about today? Let's start with some albums I've been meaning to talk about for a long time now. So first thing on the docket, I feel like let's talk Tyler the Creator's newest project, Call Me If You Get Lost. Initially, I was very unimpressed by Call Me If You Get Lost, mostly because I had become accustomed to lyrical, like I'm trying to flex my musical intelligence Tyler, where as opposed to rapper Tyler. And because before Cherry Bomb, I did not like Tyler the Creator at all, mostly because I wasn't exposed to him all that much, and also I didn't like the narrative that he was trying to tell. It was very, how Tyler was and is and always will be. But yeah, it was a whole lot for me back then. But now I will say Tyler's Creator's album this year is the album I have been listening to the most consistently, and it's the one that I like the more I listen to it, the more I really, really like it. Like I love his confidence. It's just his sound, the choices, and then like other songs like Sweet still have that like lyrical vibe of like Flower Boy. But it's overall I love that project. It's probably my favorite project of 2021 so far. I say that like it's not November, but yeah. Doja Cat, another project where the more I listened to it, the more I grew to like it, because I wasn't really into Doja Cat all that much, but I think Doja Cat has such a unique voice and sound. I don't know what it is quite. It's like I don't know. She sounds like Cree Summers sometimes. That girl that plays Susie in Rugrats? She gives me that vibe off of her. But yeah, her sound is good. She's a good dancer. But yeah, I really like her project. Snow Allegra came out with a project this year. Such a chill vibe. Like it's solid. I love her project. It's such a just chill back, laying late at night looking at the ceiling type music. Like it's so good. But now I gotta talk about J. Cole. So if you didn't know, for a long time I've been a huge J. Cole fan. I know people are gonna hate this, but I've only been a big J. Cole fan since he dropped 2014 Forest Hills Drive. Shoot me up if you want to. That's my opinion. I didn't love his stuff before then. I thought his stuff before then was okay. I know it's great, but it's just not great to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you like an artist is, they're like God tier talent, but it's just like they're not for you. And that's how I felt about J. Cole's old projects. But his newest one, I can't even remember the name of it, but I was so underwhelmed. Like, it was just like there was no real passion, no real energy. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad album. I'm specifically speaking on how I feel about it, and it's just personal. It's just every time I hear it, it lacks a passion or energy to it. Unlike the other ones, I feel like the other ones, it felt like J. Cole was putting his foot in it. This one just felt like he wasn't trying all that hard. His features were doing better than him, but some of the songs are, I'm not gonna lie, some of the songs are fire. They're just like, I expect more from him, but it was kind of a vibe that I feel like most of his albums have an overarching narrative in a sense, something he's generally trying to get across by the whole album. Like, For Your Eyes Only in 2014 and KOD, he had something that he needed to get off his chest, and I feel like this one he was just rapping, which is fine, but it's not groundbreaking. But I'm not gonna harp on him forever. Let me turn this down. Got the audio rolling. You got the Discord running. Should I start a Discord? I don't have enough followers for Discord. We'll get a Discord one day. That's the goal. We're gonna get Discord and we're gonna hang out. But let's see, what are some other albums? Oh yeah, Greta Van Fleet. They're like these dudes from Detroit. I mean, probably a lot of people have heard of them, but I didn't hear about them until like a few months ago, and they just sound like Led Zeppelin. Like they're that old school like 70s like rock and roll type vibe, and they're so fire. They had a project that came out this year. I liked their earlier projects, but like the past two, but the newest one had a really, I can't remember the name of the song, but it's super fire. But I love Greta Van Fleet. I encourage you, if you haven't heard them, if you love old school rock and roll, check them out. But what's interesting is when I saw reviews, I thought everybody like would love them, but everybody was kind of like hating on them for sounding so much like Led Zeppelin and like those other bands. Like, they sound just like them, and people gave them bad reviews and stuff for it. But in my eyes, I feel like that's what makes them great, honestly, because even though they sound like them, like just like them, nobody else in the world can do what they're doing, if that makes any sense. Even though they sound in a way, it sounds like they're stealing, but like I feel like it's rooted in love, and people feel like it's like rooted in copying. It's like it's a genre of music that they rocked with, and they wanted to re-emulate that and bring it new life. And I feel like they bring a new energy to that style of rock and roll also. So it's weird that people hate on them. Like, I honestly love those guys, and like I love and they're starting a new wave of like bringing back that old school rock and roll, that Aerosmith, Queen kind of vibe, and I'm really digging it. But there's someone else I want to talk about. I might need to update this list. I might check my Spotify real quick, but if I check my Spotify for other songs, I'll cut it, make it clean for y'all. I got y'all. I'm not gonna make y'all listen to me watching. Let me see who I want to talk about. But someone who I think is coming for heads out here is my boy Lucky Day. My friend in college put me on to him. Shout out to Key. But Lucky Day, his I think it's called Paint It, or what's it called? It's paint something. It's like, it's Painted. That Painted. Specifically, I love Painted Deluxe because it has this live version of Misunderstood. Oh my God, Painted is it's such a vibe. It is such a vibe, and I love it. Like, his voice, like his production is so high quality. Like, I love it. Like, I had to take this for all my favorite albums of all time. I always have to take them out of my like songs because I listen to them till I'm annoyed of them, and I hate doing that. But oh my gosh, Lucky Day is coming for heads. He's coming for the R&B world. I'm telling you, man, he's coming for the crown. Y'all better watch out. But let's talk about some other stuff. What's more modern? I think that's everybody from when I made this list 6 months ago. But who do I want to talk about? I want to talk about what's his face? I said what's his face? Silk Sonic. Their new project, Straight Up Heat. On the same vibe of like not Greta Van Fleet, but like the fact that they're borrowing themes from like old school like funk and soul. Like it's so good. Like I hope they stay Silk Sonic for at least a decade. I want 2 more Silk Sonic projects before they're done, because that was not enough. I think it's like 34 minutes. Like we need more from them. We need a lot more. It's so good. So Bruno and Anderson .Paak are both coming with heat. Like I didn't think they could blend so well, but you know how it's like kind of like when I first heard about Migos, I couldn't tell that they were all one person just because of the way they bounced off each other's energy. Like I legit thought Migos was one dude just from the way they all hopped from each other. And I feel like that's the same way with Silk Sonic. Like Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars complement each other so well, you don't even realize that they switch when they switch turns and whatever. But what else? Smino dropped a project recently, I Deserve. Solid fire. You know, this is kind of, I like this because I can say, you know, I can't just go off my brain. I need to see it. So I'm just scrolling through some of the songs I'm listening to. But I discovered this dude did a cipher called Simba, SYMBA. He's real solid. He's a good rapper. I feel like his cipher was super hot fire, but I just feel like he doesn't rap as hard in his projects. I don't know, but his project is still good though. I encourage you to give him a listen. Baby Keem, his newest project was pretty solid. I liked his. That was good. Let's see. Lil Nas X project. I feel like the songs where he was like a little bit more like singy, I wasn't really rocking with all that much. But honestly, it's a really solid project. I love it. I encourage you to go listen to it. This guy, he's from Atlanta, Letter M. I encourage you to go listen to him. Who else? Ooh, let me tell you the trifecta of songs. Listen, I'm gonna put this on the screen right now. Boom, boom, boom. I have been listening to these 3 songs nonstop. They're right next to each other in this playlist. I might screenshot it and show it to y'all. That might be easier for me. I'm gonna screenshot it and show it to y'all. But it's Half Crazy by Musical Soul Child, then Stuck by Samaria, and then it's Over by Lucky Day. These 3 have been my vibing songs. I'll just run through these 3 songs alone, but all 3 of them are so good. Half Crazy, I didn't realize how good I forgot how good Music Soul Child was. Like, oh my, I called him Musical Soul Child. It's Music Soul Child. Who that man can blow. Oh my gosh. Like, oh man. And then this song, the lyrics just like resonate so much more now today. Talking about, I don't want to talk about it, but but you know what the song is about. Then we got Stuck. Oh my gosh, that song is such a vibe when the love changes and love falls apart. Actually, all these 3 songs are about that. Did I like all 3 of these songs because they're about heartbreak and love falling apart? I don't know. We're not having therapy today. We're not gonna do that. But they're fire. I encourage you to go check them out. Any other projects? There's this dude Wale the Sage. He has this project called Blue and Blue 2. I encourage you to go listen to that. That junk is good. Toby Lou, we need a project. I need you to stop. Paris Blue, I want it now. I want Paris Blue right now. I don't know if y'all know, I love Toby Lou. He's like in my top 10. I love Toby. His vibe, the way he hops on that beat, so confident, so cool. If you haven't listened to his project, what's it, Live on Ice? Check it out right now. Live on Ice is top 5 my favorite albums of all time. I love Live on Ice. I went over the mic. I tried to get closer to the mic. I went over the mic. Y'all saw that? I went over it. But Live on Ice, go listen to it. I highly encourage it. But Drake's album was okay. Yeba's Heartbreak was fire. I love that song. And Champagne Poetry, I love that song. I haven't listened too hard. I feel like a lot of it's really okay. Some of it's really solid. But Kanye's newest project, I loved it at the time, but it's really just not resonating with me, if I'm being honest. Like at first, I really love Kanye's project. Excuse me, I burped. Hopefully I cut that out. If I didn't, you just heard me burp. But me and my siblings went to Waffle House. Look, there's a picture. Look at that. But anyway, I love doing that, even though I'm the one that's gonna have to go back and do that. But what was I gonna talk about? Oh yes, I forgot to tell y'all. We'll get to it. Let me finish my music stuff. I'll tell you about me performing Kanye West, but we'll get to it. Greta Van Fleet's album From the Fires, fire. We already went over Doja Cat. I think that's all the projects for right now. I think that's Migos' newest project. I really liked it. not rock it as much, but I rocked with it for a hot minute, and I encourage you to go give it a listen. If you have not, I'm not gonna lie, I've been a huge Migos fan ever since high school. Like I loved Migos. Like I think it was No Label 2. Was that the one with Handsome and Wealthy? Top 10 my favorite albums. So much energy, so much passion. There's too much passion, no aggression.
There is no passion, there is no vision, there is no aggression.
But I love that project. And the newest project, kind of, honestly, if I'm going to talk about Migos for a second, I feel like the more successful they got, the less verbal energy they put into their stuff. Like, cause it used to be like, and now it's like, and I was like, I need them boys to bumping, you know? If I'm making any sense, I need them boys bumping. But and mostly I've just been listening to a lot of singles. Do y'all want me to make a playlist of like what I'm listening to currently? Cause I can do that. That might be a thing we do. I'll start that when we start the Discord. Once I get an audience, we'll do that. But I think that's everything I've been listening to. Just some anime songs. But that's pretty much it for now. Oh yeah, and I was gonna talk to y'all. This podcast, I'm gonna talk about a very myriad of things. I want to talk about like anime, music, what I've been doing in my life. So I was thinking, do I need to start multiple? Because I do want to talk about anime more. I feel like I don't talk about anime a lot, but I really love anime. But I don't want to alleviate my audience that just coming from music related content. And then I also want to talk about HBCU marching bands, because that's a part of my life that I haven't really brought, and I want to start talking about marching bands. I'm going to talk about them now just to get them out there. I'm going to split them into individual clips and like split them out if you want to listen to it in parts. But let me know if y'all have any advice. What do y'all want to see? Do you want me to just talk about everything I'm interested in? Do you not want to hear about that kind of stuff? Do you just want to hear me talk about things? Should anime and like marching band have their own section? Anime have their own section. Music have their own section. My own personal life has its own podcast. What do y'all want? If you have any advice, what do you think I should do? But for this podcast, we're going to talk about all of it. But going forward, what would y'all like me to do? But yeah, so that's pretty much all the music I want to talk about for right now. If something else comes up, I'll just force myself to make another podcast sooner than that amount of time it took for the last one. But anywho, let's get into so I was gonna talk about I'm sorry about the phone again, but I need to collect my thoughts. Let me open my notes, because I was in my music. I'm showing y'all my phone. But I was looking at my music. But before anything, I feel like I have a very good story to tell. So a few months ago, so first of all, Kanye came and did his little album viewing session in Atlanta, and then he was like, I loved it so much, I'm gonna do a second one. And then so when the second one was coming around, I got tickets to go. Me and my brother and his girlfriend were gonna go, but then he texted me talking about our cousin has the hookup. Shout out to Brooke, has the hookup on. He needs people to perform with him, and there was low stipulations. And I thought it was like a marching band thing. I didn't know, but I thought that was cool. But I was like, yeah, obviously. So we signed up. We didn't hear anything. I was bummed out because I was like, oh, we could do this, but then didn't hear nothing. But then we see somebody we know is already there, and they was like, are they? Because we were waiting on email, and he was like, you just show up. And we showed up, came to the first day for it. We did some things. We walked around. Y'all saw the performance. We just walked around. I know what social media said is like a cult thing or whatever. He's summoning someone. I don't know if I believe all that, but even if he did, my personal beliefs on spirit, because I will say I'm a Christian, but I believe that as long as you are not like intentionally saying, oh, demon person, come upon me or whatever, as long as you don't invite that energy in, I believe personally in your own life that energy can't get in you. I feel like you can only allow, when we're talking in the spiritual sense, I'll say, I feel like you only let in what you willingly let in. And if that kind of energy, even if I'm in the most dangerous, devil-filled environment possible, I feel like that won't enter my heart and mind and spirit if I don't allow it to be, or at least if I don't know about it. But that's my little take on my thoughts on spirituality and religion. We're not gonna go any deeper because I don't feel like having those kind of conversations. But moving forward, so yeah, we practiced. We walked around the stadium or whatever's, and then we did some chants and some dances and whatnots. And then we stood around for hours. It was like a 12-hour day. We got there early in the morning. We didn't leave till late at night. And honestly, it was so long. It was the longest day. If I wasn't with my brother and his friend and his girlfriend, I would have been like so bored. But as soon as it came up, then you hear the crowd and it's loud and you see Kanye in the mask. And I'm like inches from Kanye. I made a TikTok about it. So I'm putting the link to that in the description. I think the audio got taken off, but I don't know. I might re-upload it. But yeah, here's a oh yeah, I have a TikTok. There's my TikTok. Follow that. Do you see that? Follow that. But yeah, if y'all want to check it out, go check that out. I'll put a little clip right here. I'll put a clip right there. There you go. You're welcome. But only a piece. Go check out the TikTok. But anyway, that was awesome, and it was a fun bonding experience for all of us involved. It was real fun. Even though it was long, I still had a good time. Even though it was long and boring, I still had a good time. But the leading up to it was boring. And then I got some ugly black boots because they gave us stuff because we all had to be in black, and I got a really big black shirt. Nothing too fashionable. But tell me why when we're performing, I look and it was like, all right, look, people got vests, and I was like, I don't want them Donda vests. I was like, give me a Donda vest. But then it made me feel better because they took them from them afterwards because I think they're like a couple $100. But yeah, I wanted one of those vests real bad. I was mad about that for like a month. But so Kanye, if you're seeing this, can you send me a vest, please? Here's my address. Kidding, I'm not putting my address there. What do you think I am, dumb? But yeah, that was a really cool experience. And then the crowd and the lights and then him floating in the air, that was also, it was such a cool thing to do. Like, I loved it. I loved every minute of it. And then I wasn't supposed to record, but who's gonna stop me? But I hope I don't get a cease and desist for that. But it doesn't look like anybody care. It was just a album listening party, I think, and everybody was recording anyway. So you know what I mean? But yeah, so I can say I performed with Kanye West, and you can't tell me I didn't. And if he needed a dude play trumpet, I was gonna hop in anyway. I had it ready. I polished my horn. I was ready to roll. I was ready to roll. But that was a really cool experience. And then after that, I started a program called Year Up. So I think I'm gonna make this its own clip. So I don't know, but I don't know why I told y'all that. That has nothing to do with y'all. But yeah, I started a program called Year Up. So essentially, I'm working my job and I'm scrolling through TikTok and I see this girl talking about, oh, you can get internships for free at major companies or whatever. Click here. And I was like, that's a scam. No, thank you. And then I closed it out. And then a month later, it showed up again. It's like, no, you can really get money off of get internships at major companies that turn into careers and jobs. To sign up, it's called Year Up. And I was like, okay, let me look into it. Maybe it's not loadable. You know, when nobody gets internships at major companies for free for people who just sign up for a thing. And if they do, you don't get in. So I thought it was all too good to be true. But also, what's the phrase? Don't look a gimp horse. Is it a gift horse or is it a gimp horse in the mouth? I don't know. So I didn't look. Don't look a gimp horse in the mouth. Whatever. I looked into it. It was real. They have partnerships with hundreds of major Fortune 500 companies, and all you got to do is live in the area, and sign up for the program. And I haven't paid a penny for it. So essentially, from my knowledge of the program, some locations, so there's locations across the country, some locations you work directly at a Year Up building and they get you ready for these internships, excuse me, and then some of them you go to college or you take some college courses to prepare you for the program. And COVID has vastly affected all of this. But I was in the Atlanta section, and they just got rid of Stop Going to the main location. And so we went to a college called Atlanta Metropolitan State College. This may change depending on the year or the time you're watching this. But yeah, so we went there and we took college courses. And there's different tracks. It's like customer service and help desk and IT and software development and cybersecurity. But I am in the software development pathway. Well, actually, first I was in the IT help desk pathway. But honestly, when I heard about this program, I was like, I've just got to get a part of this. I just knew, I was like, I got to get in this. So I was like, whatever you got, put me in it. And I was like, I didn't know what software development was anyway. But they was like, okay, your IT help desk. I was like, IT, cool. I was like, I don't know if I really want to do that, but I'm willing to do whatever. You know, if we're talking salary if we're talking in a year, I'm gonna be on salary. First of all, it's hard to get on salary anywhere. I know it's just so tough with no college degree. Oh my Lanta, it is tough out here, boy. But I feel like I don't have to tell you that. You know, whoever you know it's tough out here. But yeah, it's real tough out here. So I signed up for the program. Since it's related to a college, I had to fill out FAFSA again. I didn't get good grades last time, so I was worried I was gonna get kicked out. But they didn't care. I got accepted to school. I got FAFSA, all the paperwork you need for that. They need, they needed paperwork from me, paperwork and whatever. But then once I was in it, yeah, so I was in IT help desk pathway, and I gotta say, the people I'm in class with, so I move with the same set of about 30 people every day. There's about 100 people in my program, but in my pathway there's like 50, and then in my class that comes with all of my classes, because it's split up in group A, group B for the technology path or whatever. There's about 27 of us, 28. Well, we started with like 30 something, but people have dropped off at school and it gets harder and whatever's. But yeah, I've got to say, these are some of the best individuals I've ever met in my entire life. Like, because this is one thing I wasn't expecting about this program. I'll get into details of the program, but I have to talk about the people I'm doing the program with first. Honestly, I've never met people who have been in the same circumstances as me personally, mindset wise. So I did college, dropped out twice. That's a story for a whole nother day. I've been working for years now, and I just want to make a livable wage, but it's almost impossible unless you want to work in a warehouse and break your back for 5 years and then possibly get on salary if you're lucky. But and after talking about everybody in my class has the same, unless they're like 18, they have the same story as me. Tried college, didn't work out, worked for a few years, wanted more for themselves, and then found the program luckily. And because of that, we all really like congealed into like this unit. Like, we created a group chat. We've all been helping each other with homework constantly. Like, I've never been in this kind of, when I did college, I kind of did it alone, even though I could have done that, but this time I really wanted to work with them, like helping with our coding assignments and whatnot, homework, classwork, motivation. If you're going through something, let's talk. You want to go get something to eat. You're my friend. Like, these are some of the kindest, coolest, weirdest, nerdiest people I've ever met, and I love them all so much. Everybody in my class is solid. I love everybody in my class. They are all awesome. And that what really makes it sad is like, in a few months. Did I explain how the program works? I'll do that after I talk about my friends. But I'm gonna be sad after this program's over, because I'm gonna still talk to them, hanging out with them, but life isn't the same after you don't have the same circumstances that brought you together. Same with high school, college, whatever, job. You know what I'm saying though. There's always gonna be my friends, but it's not gonna be the same set of circumstances. We're not gonna meet each other in the same place every time, all day, every day, for a certain amount of time. But let me explain how the program works. So essentially, this company, Europe, has business relationships with hundreds of Fortune 500 companies, both big and small, varying in different kinds of companies with technology, banking, customer service, whatever. They have these relationships, and so they talk to them, and they're like, can you give us some internship positions? They're like, okay. So then the program spends 6 months with a bunch of people ages like 20. It's like 18 to like 24, but they bumped it up because of COVID to like 26. But I don't know how long that's gonna be, so I wouldn't bet the farm on it. But I don't have a farm. But yeah. So I lose my train of thought. I apologize. I do that very often. But yeah, so you spend 6 months in so depending on which city you're in, you either spend 6 months with Europe in a building, learning everything you need for your internship and your pathway that you're going to, and like growing, developing, and finding out what you want, and they find out what you have and what you bring to the table and what internship's best for you. And then after that, you get paired with an internship, and you spend 6 months. I'm not in the internship phase just yet. In a couple months, like 2 months, I will be. So I'll make another follow-up talking about how that is. I meant to do these like spurted out, but this has been a lot of work. If I'm being completely and totally honest, it's been a whole lot of work. So I've been really busy, and it took everything in me to just pull this, because I finally had a day off, because I'm working on weekends, so I really don't have a day off, and like I really need my days off to breathe. And now we got projects, but I'm talking too much. But essentially, yeah, you spend 6 months working with them, training, learning, whatever pathway you choose, getting specialized in that program in the 6 months. And then you spend 6 months in the internship, and then you either they either give you a job offer, which if you put in the work and do what they told you, and you take their advice, you absolutely will get put onto to a job offer. I'm sorry, career offer. These are salary career offers that they're bringing up. But even if you don't do that, they have an employment program which you will have access to for the rest of your life, where if you need help finding a job or a career, let's just say career change, whatever, they will find you opportunities, which is one of the things I love about this program. So it's almost like a fraternity of sorts. Like, you always get access to resources with them. But yeah, so that's the meat of it. So that's the Europe program. And like I said, it varies from city to city depending on what companies they offer. You can look up, you can go to europe.com or org, I don't know. But yeah, and you can sign up or whatever. But yeah, this is not an ad for them. I just wanted to say that this program has been very transformative for me. The camera went out earlier, but I'm eternally grateful to them. I'm grateful to TikTok, because without TikTok, I wouldn't know about this program. Because first, they have paired me with some of the best individuals I've ever met in my entire life. Like, I'm going to be friends with these guys forever, because they've been so encouraging and so honest and so authentic. And then I just relate to them so much. Everybody's just so solid. But also just the knowledge they've been giving me. Because when I started, I did IT help desk, but I started taking classes in Java and computer science, and I realized that I love coding. So I've been doing dumb homework trying to figure out. I've been learning Python I want to do front end, but we'll see. But yeah, so, and then we have, we learn business communications and like all sorts of things. But yeah, that was a big epiphany for me, finding out that I love coding. Because in my mind, how you set up parameters in your mind, you don't even realize you set them up. But like, you'll say stuff like, I say in my mind all the time, oh, coding's for smart people, and I'm not smart enough. I'm very intelligent. I'm not gonna cap. I'm very smart at a lot of things, but I always felt like you had to be Harvard level to code, and now I've realized, as long as you put in the work, literally anybody can code, and it's solid money, and it's a good career path. And I would love to someday work in one of those tech companies, where they have cool events and like, and all the cool benefits you see of like tech companies and whatever, because you hear like Google's like one of the best places to work and stuff like that. So I would love to, my dream is to work for a tech company at some point in my life or another for a while. And then after like a long time, just in case any of them see this someday, I'm gonna be in a long time, and then I would love to start my own business, whenever I figure out what I want to do with that, whether it be something of what doing this stuff now, or like I want to have a product to sell, but I want to work in a company and like do the corporate America thing. I've always wanted to do that. My dad was in corporate America for a long time. I'm not gonna put his business out there because he was good at what he did, but yeah, and I've always wanted to have a piece of that pie, go to company events and sit in a meeting and sit in a boardroom, you know what I mean? Those kind of things. I've always wanted to be a part of that. Just, and have, I know it's going to be a lot of work. I know it's going to be crazy, but, I've always wanted to do that, My dream is being executive of whatever company I'm placed at in the next couple months, but, yeah. But, it's just so cool, because I would have had to get lucky to find another opportunity like this. And also the program, you only get to do it one time. So if you fail out the program, you can't come back. So it's a one and done thing. But yeah, this program has been so transformative for me. And I fuss about it because it's a lot of work. But it's also a lot of good work, because it's all necessary work to do where you need to go. All things you complain about stuff. You get fussy. I'm like, it's 8:30 in the morning. I got to get on the Zoom call. Well, I'm going to do it anyway when I get the career, But I say all that to say, thank you to everybody in the greater Atlanta chapter of Europe. I thank all of you. I'm not going to put y'all business out there, because if you want to know who they are, look them up. But thank you to all of you that are giving me advice. All my teachers at AMSC have been amazing, awesome. Yeah, everybody has been amazing. And I almost want to tear up, because it's just like, I don't know where my life would have gone if I didn't have this program. I don't know if this podcast thing gonna kick off anytime soon, but it's gonna be nice, because I'll be financially stable. I'll be making a livable wage. I'll be able to be on my own, buy what I want when I feel like, grow and have enough money to where when the day that comes I want to have children, I don't have to worry about the expenses as much as I would right now, making $14 an hour. But yeah, I think that's everything about the Europe program. Sign up at Europe. I encourage you, if you want to work in technology, customer service, sales, look up the different pathways, but I would encourage you if you're under the age of 26 or 24, depending on what the parameters are right now, and you're looking for purpose in your life, if you're looking for meaning, if you're looking to make a livable wage and you don't see other way, I encourage you to go look up Year Up. But that's gonna be my Year Up rant. Hope you liked it. This is since this is a YouTube video since I'm gonna cut this Year Up clip into a YouTube video. So if you liked what you're hearing, let me know, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. But that's not the end. Don't listen, guys. Stay on. That was for the YouTube video. But I don't know, guys. I'm looking at the camera right now, and I just look like Kevin Samuel. I don't know why, but I'm giving off Kevin Samuel energy. But I'm not gonna get as toxic as him. I love him, but I hate him. You know, he makes good points, but he also makes bad points, like Dr. Umar. When they on, they on, but when they off, they are all the way off. But what else would I want to talk? Okay, let's talk about TikTok. So this shows how long it's been, because I've been on TikTok for a long time, but I recently got on TikTok, as you know, and it's changed my life. First of all, it introduced me to the Year Up program. I literally would not have heard a lick of it if it wasn't for TikTok, and TikTok does that to me all the time. Like, you see this shirt right here? Hold up, let me see. I might get a good angle of it. I can't see the camera real well. I gotta lighten it away. But you see this? You love that? I love this shirt, man. But it's so good. I got it from a guy. He just like I'm sorry, I was not in the mic. But yeah, TikTok puts me on to so many individual people. Like, they were like, I sew sweaters myself. I make rugs myself. You know, I sell pottery myself. I make art for myself, and it points me to so many great creators of content and clothing that I never would have met before. And it's like, it finds it, because that's the thing I love about these algorithms, is they know exactly what I want to see. Because I will say that's the difference between TikTok and other social media apps. The other social media apps, you had to follow people, and then you're just essentially seeing a feed of everything. That's, for the most part, that's what you're looking for, are people that you follow. But with TikTok, it prioritizes the algorithm. Like, the best part about it is that it shows you something new every time you flip through it. And you almost I only look at my followers every blue moon to see if those artists and like those clothing people have dropped new clothing. And that's one thing I love about this, is like having people drop clothes, and then like, it's not like a crazy drop, so it's like, it's not gone in 2 seconds. You got probably about 10 minutes before everything's gone, 15 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, depending on how trendy the video gets. But honestly, it makes me feel good that I'm like, not everybody just like has this. Like, I've been going away from like buying things from like Nike and whatnot, like the major clothing brands. Like, when I get like a lot of money, my goal is to only wear things from like people who like make it themselves. You know what I mean? Like, to support small business, both black business and small business. I want to like let me show you. This is on YouTube, but this isn't TikTok. But I follow this guy. Let me show y'all real quick. You see my shoes? Y'all like my shoes? It's from a guy on YouTube. He go on Breakfast Club. His name's Saya. No, the brand's called Saya Collective. I think it's somewhere in America. That's what it stands for. And he makes some solid stuff. I got some shorts from him, but go check him out. He makes a luxury brand. And like, one thing that I have been pondering on for a long time now is I watched a video with T-Pain, and he was talking about how we get on people who create their own business, and we always want a discount from them. But when it comes to major label companies like Gucci and Versace, we don't expect a discount at all. We pay full price for all that. And it's like, what's so wrong with somebody saying that their brand is a luxury brand and charging $1,000 or $500 or $200? I'm like, if you're making affordable clothing, that's what your brand is. But there should be nothing wrong with somebody making a luxury brand and charging luxury prices, even though they're a small business. If they're making quality materials, I feel like you should have every right to. And I feel like we should stop looking for handouts and discounts for small businesses, because how do we expect our friends and families and people we want to succeed to become Gucci if we always want a discount from them, you know? If we're not shouting them out, if we're not reposting them, if we're not sharing them, you know? And it's weird that I have a podcast, so it's almost like I'm talking about myself. I guess in a way I'm talking about myself. It's okay. I'm talking about myself too, you know? You shouldn't want a handout from everybody that's just starting out. I don't know. I'm kind of going on a rant, but essentially, what was I talking about? I was talking about TikTok. Yes. So TikTok, yeah, their algorithm is algorithm. I saw a fun little video about a dog and the algorithm. Here it is.
You in 2020 and your dog ain't typing your papers, you ain't living right. I get my dog to proofread my shit. I get my dog to analyze my shit. You know what I'm saying? You see him? He's saving it. He's saving it for me. He running it through the algorithms. That's what I do, man. My boy, man. Self-taught. You know what I'm saying? Number 1 K9 English teacher. Professor Pitt.
I just had to put it in there. I love that video. But let's see. And I'm sorry for all the people listening on the podcast. It's gonna sound real wacky and weird. So I would encourage you, after you listen to this, go ahead and watch a YouTube video, because I'm not gonna listen. Editing videos is hard and it takes a lot of time. Like a lot of time. Some of y'all know, but and it's like hard to put like cool pictures and animated stuff in there all the time. Like makes the videos take longer to come out because it's just me. So I'll say, if you want to edit my videos, DM me, let me know, because I'm looking for somebody. I don't have a lot of money right now, but I'm in Europe, so if a year off some more money to pay somebody to, because I can record it. I just need somebody to edit them and like be my editor, you know? Someone who does editing for a living. So if you're interested in that, please let me know. I forgot what I was talking about, but essentially, yeah. So I discovered TikTok, and like I was saying, the algorithms and like they show me exactly what I want. But I just had some of the things that I wanted, because I was gonna forget everything that TikTok has given me, but it's given me so much. TikTok has been so good for my mental health, but also bad because I've been spending a lot of time into it. But and it's been messing with my dopamine levels, but I only knew that because of TikTok. But anyway, I had a list of things that I want to talk about. Don't look at my writing; it's terrible. And I wrote this on the back of Boolean data types. I'm coding PowerPoint on Java, but yeah. Let's see. So there's been so much like healthy relationship advice that I've gotten off of TikTok, like on loving yourself, and like how the problem with a lot of things is like you don't love yourself first, so how can you expect to love somebody else? But like anyway, and an amazing video essays where people like record like the nuances of life, like and they'll like talk about their experience and how they're feeling and their emotions, and it's gorgeous and I love it. Like there's so many gorgeous things on TikTok. Yeah, and also people that like just videotape the nuances of the beauty in the mundane. Like somehow just video these cinematographers, people, they're so good at what they do. They'll just like film a window or like a street or like an old man walking by or like an old gas station that looks like it's from like the early 2000s, and the way they film it is so gorgeous. And I love, that's one of my favorite things on TikTok, is when like people just bringing beauty to the monotonous. I don't think that's right. Bringing beauty to, I'm sorry, I said it earlier, bringing beauty to the mundane. Somebody made a TikTok about that, but yeah, and that's my favorite thing, is these dudes just like finding the beauty in the little things. Not everything that's expensive and glowing and big city is always the most beautiful. Sometimes out in the country, just seeing a fox walk by is more gorgeous than anything you'd ever see, you know, if you pay money. Yeah, general advice. Oh, and I also love, there have been so many actual licensed therapists on TikTok giving their advice, and people actually taking therapy, giving their advice on what worked and didn't work, and that has been very helpful for my mental health. I need to actually sign up for therapy though, just overall, it's just helpful. And also great financial people that actually work at like in financial places, or like retired from places where like they take your money and like taxes, or like working for the government, actually giving good financial advice has been very helpful. And also, if you want to level up, it sounds like it's an ad. If you want to level up your game, you should check out the Earn Your Leisure podcast. But seriously, Earn Your Leisure, bro. They're these two black dudes. One was a financial advisor, the other one, I don't know, was it something? He did something. He worked in school, something. But they give the best. They bring the best people on their podcast that talk about straight financial game, you know, like Wall Street Trapper. I can't remember all the names, but so many great people just giving the best business advice I've ever heard in my life. So if you want to make a financial turn in your life, you want to start making smart investments. Also, they have Marketing Monday where they talk the stock market every Monday. I encourage you to go watch that. But I love their stuff. I put my brother Ethan onto that a while back. Y'all remember Ethan? Yeah. So if Ethan puts you on to Earn Your Leisure, make sure he tells you that I put him on, just so everybody knows. But what's some other stuff? Yeah, the artists and clothing's like I bought some prints from somebody. Hold on. Let me show y'all some of the stuff that I got. Hold on, pause. Look, I'll be right back. Hold on. What happened? But I hurt my leg before starting this podcast, and I just messed up the the video aspect. I don't know how this camera thing works. I bought this camera once. This is my first time using it. Let me know how it goes. If you have any advice for podcasting, please let me know, because I need all the help I can get. But I bought from all these people on TikTok that have like small shops and stuff. This is some of the stuff I bought. But like there's this, I met this girl on Instagram. This one don't count. I'm not doing good for TikTok. I'm even showing you. So there's this, this one's also, no, I found this girl on TikTok. So so she made art. I think her name's like Mika. I'm gonna put these people's names on there, but she makes all this art, and it's like my thing. I don't know if that's coming through, but I love this kind of like water art where it's like it mimics water or whatnot. I bought a necklace from her, but like, and then like it's just so. Maybe I'll take pictures of it, and I'll put it. I don't know if it's coming up on the camera, but I'll put it right here. There they go. Look at them. Look how gorgeous they are. I love those things. And they're stickers, but I'm gonna put them. If you have any ideas of designing rooms, I'm about to move out. Once I finish Europe and I'm on salary or whatever. But that's my goal. But and also there's this girl who makes beautiful prints. They're like hold up. I'm gonna get these put in my house. But yeah, I'm gonna get these framed. They look like old school like video games type vibes. I think it's like pixel art. But like there's these ones of these 3 buildings. I'm gonna put these around my apartment when I move out. What else? Oh yeah, and there's some dope postcards. I love the postcards. Her stuff. I can't remember her name, but okay, I'm gonna put her name. I'm gonna put all these people in. So as soon when I show them, I'm gonna put them. But yeah, this is dope. I love her art style. It's so cool. Like I just love it. Like, and there's this other dude. I thought I bought his stuff already, but I need to save my money because I ain't working as many hours as I used to. So I need to save my money. But there's this dude who makes art. Sorry for the ASMR, but yeah, so I'll show you. But I love some of this because I can't wait to put all this stuff up in my house. Like I have a bunch of other art things. I put some stickers on my guitar. I'll take a picture of that and show it to y'all. But another thing, I love the book recommendations. Like this book, Single on Purpose. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't started reading it yet, but I'm gonna start reading it. I think it's written by a therapist, but it's dope. So I have some clothes. You know what? I'm gonna make a TikTok that shows all the cool clothes and stuff I bought off of TikTok. But let's get back to the list. Where's my list? Here's my list. It's on the Boolean data types. Boolean data types is right here. Yeah, so and then there's like I said, there's lots of people that give advice from like in their field. Like there'll be like a housing inspector, he'll tell you things that like to watch out for when buying a house, or like somebody who works in like a famous like Walmart or whatever, they tell you about the discounts or whatever. It's just like so many people it feels like TikTok is like one big group of friends all giving each other the hookup from their job, if that makes any sense. Like that's what TikTok feels like very often. Like or like somebody's like a gardener and like they're giving gardening advice for first starting a garden, or like I said, they give you tax advice, financial advice, advice about life, pets, anything you can imagine. Like it's been so helpful in my life, and I love it. I love TikTok for it. Oh yeah, and they even have like they'll give like restaurant there's like people who go around and find the best restaurants in Atlanta, and like there'll be restaurants I never heard of, and I've been living here since 2003, and I'm like, oh, I guess new restaurants open up all the time, and like dudes are giving exercise advice. Like I want to start trying calisthenics, but yeah, so there's different restaurants in Atlanta I want to try, take people on dates on, but that's a conversation for another day. Dope recipes to try. Like, so I have tried so many recipes, and like my family be like, what are you cooking? And then I cook, and they're like, and then it's gone the next day, and I'm like, I made that for me for like 4 days, now it's gone in a day. But yeah, so I think that's the meat of it. But I'm so thankful for finding TikTok. Like it's brought so much joy to my life. Like seriously, I love TikTok so much. Like, I mean, I'm gonna post these clips on TikTok, but yeah, it has been transformative for me. But I think we should move on from that note. Why don't we go ahead and keep moving? Because I got we talked Europe program already. Let's talk Grownish. So yes, there is a show I've been watching since I was a freshman in high school. No, I'm sorry, a freshman in college or a sophomore. I can't remember. I wasn't technically a sophomore because I didn't get good grades. But yes, so when I had a friend. I had a girl I liked, and I needed to have something in common with her to talk about. But so yeah, I started Grownish, And honestly, I used to love that show because it felt hashtag relatable, and I loved the antics of the young adults on there. Like I loved all their interactions. I thought it was pretty cool and funny, and I loved staying caught up in the drama of Yara Shahidi and her nonsense in the Blackish universe, and like having Anthony Anderson and Tracy Ellis Ross come in. But as this show goes on, I feel like it's become very pandering. Like, I saw a TikTok on this earlier where people will put we'll say woke things in between just stuff going on in their show, and then it'll make it feel like the show is better than it is. And I feel like Grownish does it a lot. Like, they'll say a lot of stuff about the black experience, but I'm like, is it even about black people? Like, I feel like they should have had this in HBCU. I'm going to make an authentic HBCU like TV show, like about the HBCU experience and like marching band and football and the culture and that whole jam. And I'm gonna make it, and it's gonna be fantastic. Speaking into existence. If somebody's watching this, don't steal my idea, or at least put me on the writing team. But anyway, I have other ideas. I'm not gonna tell y'all because y'all gonna see them someday. I'm gonna bring them into existence. I have a movie idea. I'm not gonna tell you what it's about. But yeah. But anyway, so there's Grownish, right? Yeah. And I loved all the Trevor, whatever his name is. I forgot the character's names. I haven't watched it in a minute. I told you I put these stuff on there like a year ago. I need to get caught up on the Grownish. But one thing that was interesting, I was watching the newest season. They went to Mexico, and then they were just talking about all the drama. Because I think they're on season 4 or 3. But they talked about all the drama that these friends have been through together, all the beef they went through, all the times they betrayed each other. And I was like, if this was a real show, none of these guys would be friends anymore. Like, they would have been split up. Like, their relationships are so toxic. Like, they've done so many bad things to each other. Like, so many. Like, and there's no way this large group of people, and people, some people have broken up and gotten back together and gotten with different people, and they're all still hanging out. That's not how college actually happens. Like, you diverge, you change friend groups. Like, you grow, you change, you adjust. Like, especially your first friend group, you probably leave that after the first couple months, you know? Not in like anything bad happens, but you just change. You're finding yourself. So I feel that's one of the weirdest aspects. And Yara Shahidi's character development is so annoying. Like, she'll be like, I'll pull up my notes real quick. Yeah, we were talking about Grownish, but yeah, was I talking about Yara Shahidi's character development? Yeah, it's terrible. It is hot garbage. Mostly because I just feel like, yeah, she doesn't learn any real lessons, and she's so spoiled. Like, I wish the main character wasn't a wealthy kid, you know? I'm not saying I think actually middle-class black woman, or any character. But I just feel like if they were middle class, I feel like that'd be more relatable. But the fact that she's so upper middle class, like, you're cut off. Like, that's not something people really resonate or relate to. And she's such a brat. She's so spoiled. And she makes such bad decisions. Like, not even like college bad decisions, just like bad decisions. And she's so selfish. She doesn't learn anything. Like, I'm like, she makes the same mistakes over and over again. Like I said before, it's weird that these people are still friends after everything they put each other through. Like, it's so weird to hear them still talking. And then, like, you got one dude who's, I forgot, Vivek. I love him. But it's weird that he's a drug dealer, but can afford to have a whole house for his 4 friends that are girls, and all their parents are just okay with this man owning this house, letting them live there. I mean, he's not a man, he's a college student. But it's also weird. It's so weird. And some of these apartments, I'm like, they wouldn't get this. It's nice in an apartment, a lot of things like that. But I will say I love the boy characters more. I don't know if it's because I'm a guy, but they're just so much more authentic, I'll say. Like, their actual friendships are more authentic. But also, I don't know how girls interact without guys as friends, but I don't like seeing them talk because they always get so mad and catty, and they throw so much shade, and there's no real love sometimes. Like, they have lovey-dovey, but it's like they don't feel like a good friendship. Like, the guys hanging out is all, except for Lucas, whatever his name is, whoever he is, the one that dated Yara or whatever, I forgot her name, Zoe. He's annoying. He's so pretentious. Like, he thinks he's so smart and so talented and so gifted. And why does everybody think he's so smart and so talented and so gifted? He doesn't do anything. He just complains, and he pisses me off. I don't know. Is that my insecurity showing, or is he actually just a douche? I don't know. But if I'm being honest, I didn't charge my phone before I started this, so I don't know how much longer I'm gonna let this podcast is gonna go. But I had a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about, though. We're gonna skip the Dark Knight. We can talk about that another time. We talked about TikTok. We talked about that shows you how long this stuff has been sitting here. That I'm looking at it and it says Simone Biles, and the Olympics was a long time ago. This shows you how long it's been since I've done this podcast. I am sorry, but I will do better. I promise. But anyway, let's talk about Chance the Rapper. I gotta say, if you see my other podcast, I was a massive Chance Rapper. Like, I loved everything Chance the Rapper. I loved anytime he posted anything, every time he said anything, anytime he posted any type of leak, it was my jam. Surf, my jam. Coloring book, my jam. I loved, what was his project? Acid Rap. It's good, but I feel like if I had heard that first, I would have loved it above all else. But because I didn't hear it first, and I heard it like third, Surf was my first one. So Surf kind of fits the place of where acid rap is for a lot of other people. Like, and I just loved his energy, how he loved God, you know, the gospel things, his line on Life of Pablo. I loved Coloring Book. That's even that song he did with R. Kelly, which I loved. Angels, Hot Fire, Saba, Hot Fire. You know I love Saba. I love Saba. Top 5, Hot Fire. But then he started making these albums. I don't put the pictures here, but they were like these weird, like I don't even know what to call them. Like colored things, and I was like, I'm rocking with it because I'm still I love his work. Like, so I was like, he's leading somewhere, and then they made a purple one, and I was like, he's gonna get there, and he made a whole bunch of stuff. I liked Merry Christmas, Little Mama. I thought it was okay. Thought it was cool. I'm still gonna watch it listen to it every Christmas time, but I thought it was cool. But then he dropped The Big Day, and I listened to it, and he said, oh, we're back. And I almost was like, oh, he's back. And then I listened to it, and I was like, first of all, this junk is so long. And I was like, why am I not having a good time? I was like, I feel like I should love this. I was like, I'm wrong. Let me listen to it twice. Let me listen to it 3 times. I was like, oh my God, this album's not good. Like, it's terrible. For the caliber of music that he used to, it's terrible. Like, it's so bad. It's just about his wife. And let me say, an album about a marriage could be an amazing album. But an album that's completely about one day, your marriage of all things, I feel like that's the biggest problem with, the wedding. I feel like the biggest problem with marriage is people want a wedding, but people don't want marriage. And you made a whole album about weddings? Weddings suck. Like, I look so mean when I said that, but I'm just saying this because I'm so hurt by the album and how trash it is because how much I love him as an artist. But it's like, and he just started getting so corny to me and so annoying. Like, I don't know. Maybe I just had rose-tinted glasses, but he is garbage now. Like, it's anything he puts out garbage. Holy was garbage. I don't know, something else garbage. Oh, that song he had with G Herbo was fire though. I love that junk. Like, oh, and I have to say this: the song he did with Saba on his album, what was the song? That's one of my favorite albums of all time. I forgot the name of it. Oh my gosh, I forgot. But that album, that one right there, you're looking at it. I forgot the name of it. I'm so sorry. But the song Log Out with Chance Rap, I love that song. And let me say, well, before I get into what I think about Chance's future, let me say, he had a controversy a while back. I want to talk about it, but I didn't do the podcast because of the things I told you about earlier, Europe and whatnot. But his manager was saying that he rushed it. He didn't work very hard on it, and like the production time was like 6 months. And then he just blamed why the album did bad on his manager, and so the manager sued him. It's like, it's not my fault. Like, literally, he did a bad job of the album. And it's like, if he said this about Cullenberg or anything else, I would not have believed that man. I'd be like, that manager's lying. But it's like, when the manager said all that stuff about the production of the album, I was like, it makes perfect sense why this junk is so garbage. Like, I believe him 100%. And I don't know this dude. I don't know if Tony Breaks. The only thing I really didn't know him is because I saw Chance hugging him when he won his Grammy. But it's like, it was so, I was like, the pieces were just coming together in a weird way. Like, I was like, it makes sense. It sounds like the production was weird. Like, and then all the voice actors he had come in, like Cree Summers, sound like she was phoning it in. And I love Cree Summers with all my heart. I love Cree Summers' work, but she sounded so weird in this. Like, she should have done another take. And then everything, it was all these skits in it. Like, it was a terrible album. Oh my God, I hate it. I hate that album so much. Oh my God, I hate it. And every time he talk about his wife, oh my God, so bad. Oh my, I love my wife. Have y'all seen that? I love my wife. Ah! Side note, I made a TikTok where I combined the Super Mario theme with Chance's little sound effect sound. Go check that out. But yeah, and that's what hurt the most, because I wanted to love it so bad. And I've learned to be at peace with it and just let it go and just focus on the works that I love. But I'm just gonna act like Big Day doesn't exist anymore, because it's so bad. Like, I don't want to listen to it. I don't want to listen to it again. It's just terrible. And I don't even want any more music from Chance, because it's just, if I'm being honest, I've been harping on Chance for a minute now. But it's like, Chance, you give me some of my favorite music of all time, and I'll always be indebted to you for that. So thank you. So if it sounds like I'm being harsh, it's coming from a place of absolute love for your other projects, and maybe and also the fact that you keep trying to defend Big Day and keep putting it in things. Like, he had a TikTok trend where he's like, Chance the Rapper, and he's like, let's go on, and everybody was heating up on how trash the album was, to the point where they had to stop the challenge and take it off of TikTok, and I was dead the entire time. Like, that junk was unbelievably bad. Like, oh my gosh. And I don't know. Yeah, but oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is his line on G Herbo's song and his line on Saba's song showed me that. I mean, I've never made an album, or I've never even made a song, but Chance, I think you have something when you're talking about in Saba's song Log Out. You're talking about how fake the industry is and how everybody wants money from you, but nobody checks up on you and how you're feeling. Like, I felt that energy so hard, to the point where you washed Saba on that song, and that album is one of my favorite albums of all time. I love that album, and I love that song, but you washed him just on how. But, and let me say, Saba, that album has been monumental for my mental health. But, and I probably shouldn't say washed, but you were just so great in that song, and just because you were being so authentic and real. And the same thing with the G Herbo song. You were talking about how numb you are to the death in Chicago because somebody got killed, and then you're just playing San Andres, and like, I felt the authenticness in those lyrics. And I'm like, if you can you take those two sounds, combine them together, talk about your real reality of your experiences growing up in Chicago, and make that an album. And I'm telling you, that's your next one, Chance. That is your next album, I promise you. And once again, I don't know albums. You've made some of my favorite albums of all time, so I don't know nothing about music. You're the music man, but I just wanted to put my 2 cents about that. I think if you take those two sounds from those two songs and put them together, make an album about it, I think you will get your crown back on the steeple of, at least on my personal list of rappers, because you're still in you're my top 10, but you're no longer in my top 5 because of Big Day. Because you are. I think you still are. I don't know who's my top 5. Go back to that YouTube video I made a while back. What was my top 5 again? I can't even remember. But Toby Lou. I love Toby Lou. Toby Lou is fire. I talked about Toby Lou earlier, but I love Toby Lou. Toby Lou is so cool. I want that goddamn project Toby Lou. Anyway, I don't know, yo. I'm kind of tired. I think I'm gonna say the rest of what I want to talk about. So, one more thing. I want to talk about. I'm gonna save my anime talk for the next podcast, but and that, I'll make that one just a little bit more scripted. But because honestly, I got coding work to do, so I just want to get on to this real quick. But let's talk about marching band. So, for those who don't know, I was a member of the Tennessee State University of Aristocratic Bands. That is a historically black college and university, and historically black marching band. First marching band to perform at a presidential parade. First televised HBCU halftime show. First marching band to perform at the halftime of a soccer game. First marching band to ever perform on the White House lawn for President Barack Obama. Period, boo. That was me. I did that. But I say all that to say it's a very important part of me. Like, when I'm bummed out, when I'm quiet, when I need some time to myself, I'll pull up a fifth quarter like of two HBCU bands just going at it, and I love it so much. It's what me and my brother talk about all the time. He played snare at Hampton. but it's a huge part of me, and I haven't talked about it on the podcast. So I would love to talk more about HBCU bands. Like, let me tell you, Southern University and Jackson State just went for an hour-long fifth quarter. If you don't know, there's zero quarter where the bands battle before the game even starts. They battle throughout the game, and then fifth quarter, they stay after the game, and they just duke it out, song after song, like they go into war. And then there's nothing better than fifth quarter, I gotta say. But they had an hour-long fifth quarter, and it was magnificent. I loved it. I'm gonna watch it again, and I haven't watched the fifth quarter all year because I've been busy. I've been real busy lately because them band videos be long. But that joint was fantastic. I loved it. Southern, y'all did great. Jackson, y'all did great. But they was just blowing, boy. And then they arranged this once. I think it was For Elise and I think it was Your Worth by Alicia Keys. Something but Southern put their boot in that jump, boy. Ooh, they put their boot in it. And then that song they play at the end, Perm. I love Perm. Like they just be cranking on them, man. But I would love to talk more like regularly about, you know, when games happen and HBCUs play each other. I would love to talk about it, but I'm thinking, should that be its own podcast or I don't know. But let me think. I'm sorry, I'm getting notifications from school, so I get distracted. But one more thing I want to talk about is the show Insecure. I'll talk about Atlanta another time, but Insecure. I love the show Insecure so much because it's such a beautiful take on LA. Like the cinematography on that show is top notch. Like it makes me want to move to LA so bad. Like, and I know I don't want to go out there, but I want to go out there. I'm gonna go on vacation out there. On my list is Japan, Abu Dhabi, Africa, specifically Ghana, and then California. Probably California gonna happen first because that's the easiest one to get to. But my dog's barking. I don't know if y'all hear that. I apologize. But yeah. I loved it, and then the Black experience is so authentic. Like, it's from a perspective of like an awkward Black girl, but like as someone who's awkward, I really resonate with Issa's character like so much, and Lawrence, everybody, Molly. Like you have a little bit of every character in that show in you, and you just love them or you knew somebody like them. Like it's so good. Like and the season, and I've been rewatching. I'm back on season 3, and I'm watching season 5. Season 5 is looking real solid. Like I love it, and I love Lawrence as like I will say a lot of shows, especially when they're from a male perspective, the female characters tend to not be as good, and when the show's from a female perspective, the male characters tend to be stereotypes. Well, it happens both ways. But in this show, both male and female characters feel so real. Like normally the ex or whatever, like Lawrence is like not even like they're normally characterizing like they're a bum, and I mean he was a bum, but he's a fleshed out character. He grows, he changes, he adjusts. Issa grows, changes, adjusts. Molly grows, changes, adjusts. Like, you know, and you just see these people grow, and you're growing. And I've been watching the show for years, so it feels like I'm growing with them. And their final season, I don't want to see them go, but I want to see Issa go make that money, $300 million from HBO Max. You go ahead, girl, go get that money. But yeah, I am loving. If you're looking for an authentic look into the Black experience, Insecure is, especially a Black woman's perspective on life in LA, Insecure is where you want to go. And Atlanta too. I love it. I'm loving this Black renaissance that's going on, you know. But I think that's everything I really need to talk about, or I really had on my chest. Like I said, I'll save my anime talk for another podcast. I apologize for not getting to it, but honestly, I'm tired and I've got a lot of work to do, and I need to take a nap before I do that work. So, with all that said and done, thank you so much for tuning into my podcast. I know these don't get a lot of views right now, but hopefully I'm looking back someday when I've made like hundreds of these, and it's just like, I can't believe I used to only get like 10 views or whatever, you know. So I want to say thank you to everybody who watches these. Y'all are the building blocks to my success. I wouldn't be where I am without you. I'm looking into merch. I mean, obviously not yet, because I don't even have it all. What's the point of merch now? Only 15 y'all watch it. But I'm going to make some merch. As soon as I get an audience, I'm going to make some merch and make that junk look nice. Y'all see my logo? My logo nice. Wait. Hold on. I didn't make official merch, but I did make merch. Hold on. I'm going to pause for a second. I'm going to cut this out. Y'all not going to see in my closet. My closet is not together yet. It's not dirty, but it's not together. I don't want y'all to see my secrets. Okay, I know y'all didn't see that, but like so many like Christmas hats and like winter clothes came down. I gotta organize that, but yeah. So this is the merch. Oh yeah, I got a T-shirt from the Kanye event. I meant to show y'all, but I forgot. But yeah, I made this. I don't know if y'all can see, but Yeah, I put the right there. I put the Spotify thing, so when people come by, they can scan it, and it's got Will's Truth, and it's got the link, and it's got my face and all that. And I love this. I haven't worn it yet, cause in secret I'm gonna give it as a gift to somebody for Christmas. But I don't know why I said this. They're gonna watch that. Dang it, I'm gonna cut this out. But yeah, this is dope. I'm gonna get some major merch going. I just made this on custom ink, but I'm gonna make some more affordable merch, and I'm gonna get that out there. And once again, thank you for everybody who watches this and supports me. It means the world that you care what I had to say. Even if it's just family, thank you, family. If it's strangers, thank you, strangers. It means a lot to know that the things that come out of my mouth matter, and somebody cares what I have to say. I mean, people care what I have to say, but it's cool that I can create content and people I'm a form of entertainment, because the YouTubers I watch and the people I watch on podcasts, the regular people I've been watching for years, are very important to me. And to think that I'm becoming that for other people really makes me feel good. So, close things out. Peace and blessings, everybody. I love y'all. Do something nice for somebody today, and do something nice for yourself. So do something nice for yourself first, and then do something nice for somebody else later. And then I'll catch y'all on the next one.